in the Kia Forte. I should have my hood on. But brothers, sisters, welcome to Thirst for Truth Thursday. I cannot say that really quick because I'll get my tongue wrapped around my eye tooth and I won't be able to see what I'm saying. Look, every Thursday I'm coming here to expose one lie that imprisons us. Ooh, you don't want to be imprisoned, do you? You want to have the truth set you free. And this Thirst for Truth Thursday is my way of helping you to set yourself free. Now, the one lie that almost killed me was the lone wolf lie. Ooh, I can handle this myself. I don't need anybody's help. And then, oh, the damage. Right to the edge. Right to the edge of taking my last and final exit off of this planet. The truth. The truth is, I found out much later that a community could have saved my life back then. It's saving my life today, and I wanted to save your life. Join the fortress. That's the shift that I want you to realize. Join the fortress. The fortress is a place, it's a sacred, safe place so that we can, I mentioned this morning at 3:33 a.m. in a live that I did, still up all through the night. Yeah, ooh, look, this is like a bridge. It's a bridge from the pit. And I've got notes. I'm trying to find my roadmap. The roadmap is somewhere. You got to get, there we go. I got to get, all I use it, if you want the roadmap too, it's in the description. Look, the lone wolf killed, the lie that almost killed me. I can handle this alone. That's where we're at right now. And every Thursday, you're going to be coming back with a lie each week. Next week, it'll be about the shame. The shame. Oh, there's a lie that's held within the shame. But in this episode, it's how the lone wolf lie just about broke me. It's going to keep you as a divorced dad, as a divorced mom. It's going to keep you isolated in your little prison that you end up building for yourself. And that's what I did. I built me some walls. I built them brick by brick, and I surrounded myself with that kind. And not like the Kia Forte of protection from the storm. No, this prison, it kept me from reaching out to someone else to help me in a time of need. I did that 20 years ago. I don't want that for you. And so I'm going to keep coming here on lives and helping, especially on Thursdays, to expose. We got Jack in the house. And I think that's one of those sideways things. You look at it and there's a big smile there, man. Thank you, Jack, from my heart to yours. I appreciate it so much. The lies that kept me in prison back then, there's so many of them. The lone wolf lie, I think, is the most important one. We've got Chandra Brown. Hello. Hello there. And a big smile as well. There we go. I am doing fantastic. This is Thirst for Truth Thursday, and I'm talking about the lies that have imprisoned me, that may also imprison you guys and gals, and being able to how we not only think about them, we believe them. And when we believe those lies, we build that prison brick by brick. And it's not for protection. It's not like the Kia Forte protecting me from the winter storm outside. No, this prison is a way to keep ourselves alone, keep us from reaching out. It's not a real wall. The Kia Forte is real protection from the real storm, the physical storm outside. No, we do this in our mind. We do it by what the beliefs that we build, the destroyer beliefs that we build, keep us in prison. And inside that prison, oh, terrible, terrible conditions. Because we begin to call ourselves stupid names, bad names, F-bomb type names, all those kinds of things. And that prison becomes, it becomes stressful. It becomes hurtful. Where am I from? I'm from the United States on the Eastern Seaboard, the state of New York. Key moment. I think that's the Klee moment. And so that's where I am. I'm also in a state of freedom right now because I have overcome the lie of being a lone wolf. The lone wolf lie has no longer imprisoned me. And I want you, because I'm reaching out, and I'm hoping that you see the idea here of not building yourself a prison to keep you from reaching out. I don't want you to feel like you can't reach out. And we've got hello from Russia. We had Russian fella this morning. So Russia again in the house, man. I learned a great deal this morning about Russia, about the fact that you put your wedding band on the right hand and not on the left, and that the ring finger is called the no-name finger. Oh, I love that. I love learning new concepts, global concepts, because just like the hand, there's room in this world for all the different languages, all the different cultures. Heck, we even have one that's a shorter fat finger. It's okay to be a little bit on the fat side, like me. It's okay to face a different direction, like the thumb. If you didn't have the thumb, how are you going to be able to grab things? And so, I don't know what the wow is about, but I appreciate it. It is really awesome, at least in my world. And so, look, and the truth is, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open. Vulnerable basically means to open up. And the only place you're going to feel like it's safe enough to open up is when you're in a place that you can do that. Now we've got a language here. I do not know what that says. I hope it says something like hello. Gold Darren, you got a language there that I do not understand. It is currently after 3:39 in the afternoon in the state of New York. That's where I am right now, Jack. Morning time, probably in Russia, probably morning. I do not know that for sure. But if you're a divorced dad or mom and you're struggling, I need you to know this right now, that you're not alone. And those three words are the main message. Those three words, I hope, will help you to break free of the prison that you have. Realize that the lone wolf is a lie. Don't be the lone wolf. Subscribe. Become part of the convoy. Convoy meaning together. Con, right? Not the bad con. Not the contra, not against. No, convoy of traveling together with a single purpose in mind. 2040, Jack, so 2040, that would be like 840, so you're about 5, so you're like somewhere in the UK area. Yes, I was hoping that's what it meant. Russian for hello. Hello, yes. Gold Darren, hello, yes. So in the UK area, yeah, so you're across the pond, across the Atlantic Ocean. I love the fact that this has become global. In fact, when I got the call, the call from God, I had that idea that those three words was not just going to be for the United States. I had the feeling that these three words, and so I carry this message to the world, Jack, even to the UK right now, that Jack, you're not alone. And it doesn't really matter, are you a divorced dad, or are you a son of divorce, or are you this or that? It doesn't matter that much. We're all human. We all have the need to feel the connection. We isolate ourselves for different reasons. The isolation, that prison of isolation can be broke. We can break down. We can break through the walls that we have built for ourselves. First thing to realize is they're not physical walls. They might feel like they're a wall there, but there's not. It's a wall that we make up in our mind because of the lie. The lie, the lone wolf lie for me is the biggest thing in my world that kept me imprisoned. And now I'm finding out the truth. And the truth for me, as it can for you, the truth can set you free. It can be freedom on the other side of the prison walls that we build ourselves on the inside of us. And man, this morning I'm reminded that sometimes, and the other part of this is I felt like I did not deserve the help. I didn't reach out because I didn't feel worthy of having anybody help me. I was ashamed. We're going to talk about that next week. Thirst for Truth Thursday next week is about the shame. But right now, I want you to realize it's not about deserving something. It's not about that. You don't earn this. It's about movement. And if you don't feel like it right now, I see the hearts coming, and I love that. I appreciate the hearts because that fuels me right there. Isolation is very sad, and it is very, very lonely. But we don't have to stay there, Jack. That's the whole point. We don't need to stay there. We can find others that have are like-hearted. Sometimes you say like-minded, but I want to find folks, see the hearts going. I want to find folks that are like-hearted, that they have the same type of helper's heart that I do, that a servant's heart, and a way that helps me say things that I wouldn't say these things if I'm still in my prison. I've broken free of that lone wolf lie, and I see it for what it is now. Please become friends. Subscribe is the first. Taking a stranger, subscribing to the channel here is the first step, Jack, of becoming friends. And the fact that you're making comments on my lives, oh, the next step is to make some comments, and I can see you, Jack. I can see you, and that's how these lives work. The next step is if you do have the opportunity and want to, I have the ability to bring folks onto a live with me. That's the next step of bringing someone. Of course, it's not just going to be willy-nilly. You're going to have some kind of application process. I don't want to have some, guy that's all full of hate and anger jumping on the live and spewing those kinds of things. But I would like to find someone that maybe needs some help, someone that's coachable, someone that's teachable, that wants to find out how to break free of the prison they built. Because guess what? I've just learned how to break free of it. Not very long ago. This morning, 3:33 a.m., and the live previous to that, I came on. I didn't feel like coming on the lives, guys. I didn't feel like it. I felt ashamed. I missed a 3:33 p.m. live like I did today. I missed yesterday's. For good reason. Winter's driving and being with my kids, going to the hospital and back. The previous night of working overnights, not sleeping for, I don't know, 24, 28 hours, whatever it was, being exhausted. And I was still on the road at 3:33 p.m. yesterday. And I still felt bad about not keeping up with the 3:33 p.m. live that I could do. So at 10 o'clock last night, I come on. I didn't feel like it. I was fatigued. I was tired. I was somewhat ashamed. But I clicked the live button. And I did it because I knew somewhere in my mind that if I just reached out to do the live, that you guys would help me. And guess what? Man, oh man, you guys helped me with I moved first, and then the feeling came after. The same goes for you guys. There's going to be times that you don't feel like listening to this ugly mug guy with the bald head and the unibrow and the scruggly looking beard. There's going to be times that maybe you don't want to. But click to subscribe. The feeling will come after. The feeling of connection will come as you see that this guy keeps coming on and keeps reaching out and says, you're not alone, which you're not. And the fortress, the Facebook fortress, the divorced dad support group with this logo. You see the logo somewhere. I don't know if it's right here on the live right now, but it's this logo on Facebook. 5,000 brothers strong in that convoy. We also have the same thing for you ladies, for divorced mom support. It's just starting. It's in the baby stages, but it's forming just like the men's group. Women's only, divorced moms only. Yes, I'm going to be the leader. I want the same format in there. No hate, no sales, only stories of support. You feel safe enough to share your story, and then you have others that come in. Some others might say, man, that's me. I'm going to follow this thread because that's me. We get that a lot. And then we get someone else comes in and says, man, 2 months ago that's where I was. And this is something I did. And they share their story. And then I get, man, this is the part that really touches me. I'll get messages, personal messages from these men that say that support group helped them more than their therapist did. And that tells me this group is in the right place. It's doing the right things, cleaning it up. I spent quite a while cleaning up the spam and the crap and setting up some guardrails that if you're going to have any kind of hate or any kind of those things, there's no bad mouthing of women. There's none of this stuff in this group. And the same's going to be true in the women's group. It's not about the bad mouthing. It's not about venting. And in fact, if you know anything about me, venting is not the way to go. Venting teaches your mind, it teaches your heart that it's okay to do that. It's not. Let's go a different way. Let's take a breath. Smell the roses. Blow out the candles. And my daughter's learning that. She's known that I've done this, and then we went to a therapy session for her. She's got some ADHD and some stuff going on, and she went to her own therapist. I went with her, and her therapist said, I want to teach you a new tool. And she taught the very thing that I just did, the smell the roses, blow out the candles. And my daughter turns and looks at me and says, Daddy, she's teaching me what you do for your divorced dads. Oh, man. Oh. And the counselor is like, looked at me like, what? And I wasn't wearing this. I wasn't wearing my badge. I wasn't wearing it. It says 5K Brotherhood Strong on the back. I wasn't wearing this. Just incognito. And the counselor's looking at me like, wow. Yeah, and I said, yeah, that's kind of my go-to breathing thing to help me when I get to a place that I don't want to be mentally or in my heart. I do that. It's like a reset. And she's like, So yeah, and now what does my daughter do? All I have to say is, daughter, it's time to breathe, and she'll do it, almost on cue, because she knows that when she gets this overly excitement going on, she bounces off walls and things start to break, and we have to remind her, even in your exuberance, it's time to just tone it down a little bit. And so, but she also gets angry when she gets told no, and then that's the time for her to say, ooh, it's time to smell the roses, blow out the candle. That little reset helps you to take a moment, realize the lie. The lone wolf lie is just that. It's a prison. And if you want to smell the roses of freedom, then realize it for what it is. Name it. Name the lie. And then break through the wall of the prison to freedom. That's where you smell the roses. That's where you can blow out the candles. That is just, to me, is the most beautiful thing to have my daughter start to learn these things. And it's a legacy that I'm beginning. I'm breaking free from my old habits. I learned from my drill sergeant dad to be a man, to stuff those feelings down inside. I learned that I needed to grow a pair. I needed to be a man. And that's what I learned from my drill sergeant. I learned some other things that were very good. I learned discipline from my drill sergeant dad. He drilled discipline into me like nobody's business. When it's time to do something, you go and do it. When it's time to come on alive, I'm going to come on alive, whether I feel like it or not. And so I'm going to do this with you guys. You guys want to come along on this convoy, hit the subscribe, and let's go to grow. That's my promise to you. I'm going to keep punching on the live button. All you got to do is do like my daughter says. Smash that subscribe button. Just smash it and give a big old thumbs up. Like we already got six thumbs up right up there. Give the thumbs up if this is going to your heart. And smash this subscribe button if you want to get the next notification for the next live. I'm not working tonight. I know the call's coming in, but I'm with my kids tonight. And that's why 20 minutes is long enough for this live to let you know the lone wolf lie is just that. It's a lie. You want to break it free? Break free. If you're at that brink of just about taking your final exit from this, the third rock of the sun, 988. You can text it. I think you can even call it. It's a crisis line. I'm not a counselor in that way. But if you're to that brink like I was back then, I didn't call it back then. I didn't have that back then when I was at the brink. My dog Coco was my saving grace. All she did was lay her head on my lap. And that was a pattern interrupt enough for me to look down at her, and her eyes said, if you go, what about me? So my dog Coco saved me from that moment, saved me from taking my final exit. If I had done that, I would not be here doing this. Maybe that's what qualifies me to say, don't take your final exit. You're worth it. Even if you don't feel like you're worth it, because I felt worthless back then. I didn't have someone that coming on YouTube every day saying, you're worth it. Your kids need you here. Your parents need you here if you're a kid. Because I know teen suicide is way up. I experienced that myself in high school. One day, Billy is there, and the next he's not. And then the news came out of what he had done. He had committed suicide inside the garage in a running car. Don't be doing that. Don't be taking your final exit. It's heartbreaking. Reach out for help. Break through the prison that you've built for yourself. I know that it's hard. It's probably going to be the most brave thing that you'll ever do. It's just 3 numbers, 988, 988, send. And you can chat with it. I think it's a chat thing. It's a text thing. Text 988. And boom, you've got help. Message me. I'll walk you through. I can tell you my experience. Message somebody. Reach out. I know it's text nowadays, right? You don't want to make the call. Well, make a text. It's just one text saying something like, man, I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. Send. And wait for the reply. It might not be immediate, okay? I'm an old guy. I'm not on my phone all the time. I'm on my phone when it's time to do some work. On my passion project, it's time, so I get messages and I spend a certain number of minutes every couple of hours in on my Facebook group, the Facebook Fortress, and my messages. I spend about 30 minutes every 2 to 3 hours doing that. It's like a meal that I have. And that's my meal. That's me going to the table to partake and to strengthen, because that Facebook Fortress, man, it is bringing me so much good in my life. I didn't realize how powerful that Facebook Fortress really is. Not just for those that are in there and struggling, but for me, the convoy commander that leads that group, man, it is better than therapy. It is. Not only for its leader, but for you guys that join it. You guys, and that link is in the bio. Divorce, you go on Facebook and search Divorce Dad Support Group. You're going to find that symbol, Divorce Dad Support Group, with the gray and the blue. You'll find it. You search for Mike Mack, Coach Mike Mack. You'll see my ugly mug, and my Facebook group is in the banner. You can click the banner and go right to the group by clicking the banner. There's all kinds of different ways to get there. But man, the mind motor, I didn't talk about this part I was going to talk about. I'll end with this. We've got a mind motor. Our thoughts is the power that drives everything, but only if you can close the gap between your mind and your heart. The mind motor needs the heart transmission. You need to have them connected. There's a gap. If you're in that prison, if Lone Wolf Lie has you in prison, then there's this huge gap between your mind and your heart. And I've just given you some ways to close the gap. The smell the roses, blow out the candle is one of them. Try it. It's weird, but it works. And that's one way to close the gap. And then be thankful for just one thing. Thankful for your kids. Thankful for your mom or dad. Thankful for your grandparents, grandson, grandbabies. Being thankful, being grateful. You cannot be grateful and angry at the same moment. Choose a moment. Break free of your prison. Don't let the lie keep you isolated. Break free with the truth from this Thirst for Truth Thursday, where you've come to drink some water, some drink from water that I'm giving to you from God. God comes from every truth, and all I'm doing is helping you realize God has created us this way. He has allowed us to struggle with the prison. He has allowed us to build our own prison and then realize the beauty and the love that's out there. Man, it is so beautiful. The world is beautiful only when it's beautiful on the inside first. Oof. Oof. You want to see an ugly world? Have an ugly inside, because the world was truly ugly back 20 years ago for me. I left God. I left love. I left all those things. I isolated myself, and the world got ugly. I don't want that for you. Let's not let the world continue to be ugly. Let's one lie at a time. Let's break free of the prison and make the world around us a better place, a more beautiful place, a place of love, a place of joy, a place of peace, especially this Christmas season. What's the date today? I haven't even checked the date. It's December 11th. So we're looking at what? 3 weeks? Am I thinking that? No. 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Don't do math live, okay? 2 weeks, it'll be Christmas Day. Wow. This weekend, I'm reminded this weekend, we are talking about that ring finger. That's where we are on the hand GPS. This weekend, Saturday, the science of the hand GPS, especially when it has to do with those actions. How do we get to the actions? Ooh. The science on Saturday, the Sunday is the soul science, where we bring God and scriptures into it. It will be beautiful. Because I don't just talk about the logic. I don't just talk about the spirit stuff. I talk about them both. We need them both. We need to know the strategies. We need to know the things to do. We need to know that works. But we also need to feel. We need to have God. We need to have the spirit part of us in helping us do it. Ooh, actions. If I can, there we go. That one. There you go. Actions. I'm not flipping you off. I'm using the ring finger. See, that's Saturday and Sunday, 3:33 p.m. And this, man, every Thursday, Thirst for Truth Thursday, right here, right now, is when we do that. I know I went 30 minutes instead of 20. I can't help it. I get in the moment. This brings such beautiful peace and joy to my soul. I never want to hit the X. I don't want to hit the X. I want to stay on here and have some fun. You guys, man, if I do a recap, it just brings back the joy. Jack with his big smile, Chandra with hello and a smile, and how are you? And that's good. And where are you from? I'm from the state of New York, and the U.S. is good. Any place you are is good as long as the inside of you is good. I remember, if you know who Jim Rohn is, he talks about the story of somebody asked him about how things were, where he came from, and he says, well, let me ask you, where are you from? And they said Chicago, and he says, how are things in Chicago? Great, they said. Well, you'll find out it'll be great here in L.A. too. And he speaks to someone else, And that person says, man, the people in New York, they are self-centered and they are kind of bitchy. And Jim Rohn says, well, you're going to find the same thing here. Ooh, why? We're going to find the same thing here because that's who we look for. That's the world that we build for ourselves on the inside. And that begins to be the world on the outside. Don't, if you want a more beautiful world, hang with me, because the beautiful world we're going to build is on the inside. We're going to build from the inside out. We're going to build on a foundation of the rock, and we're going to expose the lies that keep us in prison. Lone wolf lie, it's been exposed. We need community. We need to reach out. We need the Facebook Fortress. That thing is growing like leaps and bounds right now. Ladies, you can help the women, the moms of divorce, the divorce mom support group. You can help that grow too. Find the link. I'm gonna have to start throwing the link in the comments and in the. I don't know. Is it in the? I don't know if it's in the bio. I got to change that. I got to look at that. I will look at that right after this live to make sure that the ladies have a link that they can press and go to the Facebook Fortress for the moms of divorce. Ooh, I better check on that. You guys, I love you guys. I love you so much. Just keep your engine running, okay? Keep that mind motor purring. Filter the crap out. Make sure the fuel that gets to your mind motor is pure, is good, is truth, and we will go much farther together than we will ever do alone. Because life is so much more fun together. I know it is, because I came from 20 years ago from trying to do it alone. Not trying, I did it alone, and it sucked. I don't want to do that anymore, so I'm reaching out to you. Subscribe, give the thumbs up. Let's go to grow. I gotta go. Kids are waiting. I promised them a little trip, even with the way the roads are. We're gonna venture out. We're gonna clean some stuff up. We got some snow to move. We got a Kia Forte to clean up. I got a clothes hamper and some stuff in here that needs to be cleaned out before the kids can come in here. We're going to go on a little excursion here in town, and so that's what I've got to do. But, man, these comments, I love you guys, even from Russia. And I don't know what that one says, where there's more. I know there's hello in there. Man, thank you. Thank you from my heart to yours. You're not alone. God loves you. I love you. You matter. There you go. I'm hitting the X now. I don't want to, but I'm hitting the X now. Love you guys.